How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I rarely talk about cryptos in the very, very short term because it's almost impossible to know where the market's going to go in an hour, a day, a week. It's really hard. But there are a couple big events that are happening tomorrow that could definitely push up this crypto, specifically Ethereum. So this is going to be fascinating because if you don't have Ethereum already, might make sense to dollar cost average. Now, I've been buying Ethereum over the last year, and I've been talking about it for a very long time, but there are a couple specific events tomorrow that could be huge for it. Now, with that being said, Bitcoin is so close to all-time highs. Ethereum is at all-time highs today. It's a great day for the market. I've said that in every single video today, but I need to bring this to your attention because, again, just something that's going to be very interesting to watch for all cryptocurrencies, but specifically Ethereum tomorrow. Now, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, this is my 4th video today, and I've done other videos that I had to record and not post. So I appreciate you hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. Let me know what cryptos you're watching and what you're most bullish about underneath the video. While you're down there, there is a link down there to BlockFi where you can get an interest rate on your crypto, specifically Ethereum and Bitcoin and other stablecoins up to 9.5%. Now, if you already have that, consider checking out the link to Voyager because it's really important to have multiple brokers open because when we see huge candles up and down, a lot of the times all these websites crash and they crash slightly different times. So it's important to have multiple set up. If you guys want to know when I'm buying and selling, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. We've had so many people in there. I will add more spots, just enough, just about 50 spots here tonight. So definitely check that out before it's too late. Now, what am I talking about? What's a major event tomorrow that could push up the price of cryptos and Ethereum? Well, obviously, they're already being pushed up now, but Coinbase announces earnings tomorrow. Now, this is going to be super interesting. The reason I say that, I'll get into. I don't really care too much about Coinbase's actual revenue and earnings. Of course, I am a shareholder, so that's great, but I'm looking at it because there are a couple big things that they have talked about doing recently that they might unveil tomorrow, which will be huge. So first of all, they're going to give us numbers on what are people buying and selling, like how much is the volume for retail, how much is it for institutions, who's really pushing the market, what is taking the majority of the volume. So that's important. That's going to be interesting to watch. Now, just in terms of revenue, I don't know what the revenue is going to be, but if we look at something like Voyager, which is a similar app, it actually had a significant drop in revenue this quarter compared to the quarter before. They had about 40% drop in revenue. So Coinbase might have numbers fall a little bit. But overall, what I'm going to be watching for are a couple other things. So obviously we know Coinbase was number 1 on the App Store recently, which was huge. And part of that was because they were trading Shiba Inu in a time that was very exciting for Shiba Inu. They're probably going to get a nice bump in revenue from that. But like I said, what I'm going to be watching for is this. They said that a couple months ago in August, they said, we recently received board approval to purchase over $500 million of crypto on our balance sheet to add to existing holdings. He also said that we are going to invest 10% of all profit going forward in crypto. I expect this percentage to be growing over time as the economy matures. Now, they had a huge amount of net income last quarter. So I am super curious to see how much they invest in crypto. So they had net income of $1.6 billion last quarter, which would be a $160 million buy. They also got this approval for $500 million. So what are they going to buy? Well, I think it would make a lot of sense for them to buy Ethereum. So they recently talked about how they're going to roll out this NFT platform, and they're going to have this on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, they're not going to integrate any layer 2 scaling solutions at launch, but they will add them over time, probably as the hefty gas fees continue to plague them, essentially. But it makes so much sense for them to buy crypto, and they're talking about planning to invest in Ethereum, proof of stake assets, DeFi tokens, and other crypto assets. So I would not be surprised if tomorrow we hear that, hey, Coinbase bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin or $200 million worth of Ethereum, some other DeFi tokens. They want to continue to buy this as time goes on. So that's the number one thing. They could just announce, hey, we bought cryptos. These are the cryptos we bought. That's why you're seeing a big jumps in price. Maybe it's Coinbase, right? That's one thing. So that could help the whole crypto ecosystem. And Ethereum, I think they've specifically named Ethereum, so that is something to pay attention to. The other thing is when they talk about this actual NFT platform. So we know that they are going to roll out an NFT platform on Coinbase, and they already have 2 million registrations. Now, we haven't heard much about this in the last month. We heard the news of about 1.1 million registrations in the first 2 days, and then it went up to 2 million about 10 days later. So they have a lot of people waiting. I mean, that's about 10x how many people are on OpenSea. And this is going to be a huge revenue driver for them. And like I said, it's going to be on Ethereum. It's not going to be on layer 2s, or it's not going to implement layer 2s at first. And that's going to be great for Ethereum, because whenever we see a lot of congestion, the burn goes up, the supply goes down, more entities want to buy, and there's just not enough to go around. So over the last 7 days, we see 91% net reduction in new Ethereum. So for every 10 Ethereum that would have been pushed to the market, it's not being pushed anymore. You can see the amount on exchanges, the reserve just keeps on going down. The staking keeps on going up. There's just not enough to go around. Now, the interesting thing is the ETH leverage ratio is actually lower than the overall market. The overall market's 0.195. ETH is actually fairly low at 0.1379. So it's actually not the highest it's been this year. It's actually the third highest point that's been this year. So it is high overall, but when you compare it to other assets, there's actually not as much leverage in it compared to some of these other assets. The other thing to pay attention to is that Facebook is going meta December 1. So they're changing their ticker symbol over. They're really focusing on the metaverse, and they'll only bring more people to Ethereum as one of the leading layer ones, as the leading layer one for NFTs and DeFi. People will look towards Ethereum as more and more people come in the space, and the amount of people that own Bitcoin and own cryptos in general and Ethereum only is going up, and we see more and more adoption every single day. So I think paying attention to Ethereum at this point makes a lot of sense. Now, like I said, don't go throw your life savings in there. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I think you do have to pay attention to this, because this might be a big event, and we might see a $5,000 Ethereum very soon. So pay attention to that. Now, of course, if you're sitting there with a bunch of money and you're wondering, oh, should I just ape it in here? Like I said, you probably should have been buying it over the last couple months, but I always say, hey, it's good to dollar cost average. That way you don't miss out on some of the gains, but you're not FOMOing in either at all-time highs. That's kind of my opinion, but I really want to pay attention to this tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe. Check out the link down below the video to BlockFi and to Voyager, so that way you have multiple exchanges. Also, there is that link down there to Patreon, so that way you can see exactly when I buy and sell different cryptos. It's a great day to be in the markets. Congrats if you are in here, because we are seeing really, really good gains these days. See you in the next video. Bye.